What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Tottenham 0, Brighton 1 in a tragic performance, a tragic result in terms of the top four race. Tottenham fans, myself included, everyone was getting super confident in this top four race. If we won today, we would have been 6 points above Arsenal, with them to play obviously at 3 o'clock. But look, let's be honest, with no shots on target today, it was nowhere near good enough. You got to give credit to Brighton. I thought they came with a game plan and they performed it to absolute perfection. I mean, they were really tight, they were compact, they were springing on us. I thought Cucurella had a really good game. I thought Danny Welbeck actually had a good game when he came on as well. But we got to look at ourselves, because if we stuck to our guns and played the game that we know we can play, we would have got the result today. But we weren't creative enough. We were shaky at the back. The midfield, I didn't think they provided enough going forward for us today. I think Bentancur, maybe that yellow card maybe hampered him a bit. Lucky to stay with 11 men on the pitch. I thought Kulusevski could have got sent off in that first half, but to be fair, Mwepu really should have got sent off in that first half as well. So maybe they cancel each other out. But Kane, I thought Kane was absolutely anonymous today. Sonny found it hard to get in the game, and Kulusevski as well found it hard to get into the game. So Reguilon as well, I thought he was really poor. Emerson didn't really provide much for us today. So you got a game today where no Spurs player really turned up on the pitch today, and the way you assess it is that Brighton deserved the win today, and you can't really say anything apart from that.
No, they've done exactly what they wanted to do. They've come and frustrated us. They've made it hard for us. You know, Basuma bossed the midfield. Cucurella had a very good game as well. Even Danny Welbeck comes off the bench, makes an impact, pulling Dar out of position, giving Romero problems. Brighton have done exactly what they need to do. And when you look at us, we had zero chances. If you took Conte out of that, it looked like we were playing under Nuno.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't expect that from a team that have scored more goals in 2022 than any other team in the Premier League. We couldn't even create a chance.
Yeah,
it was
true.
Terrible.
It's true. It's like, how can you not create a chance against this Brighton side? Not only against this Brighton side, who are in such a bad form, but we've beaten them already twice in the last couple of months. We beat them here at Tottenham Stadium 3-1. We beat them at the Amex a few weeks ago 2-0. We looked absolutely toothless. Like, we had no idea how to play football today. Like,
now
no
we go
idea.
Up against a Brentford side next week who are in form. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be really, really difficult for us to get 3 points there. And you know, with Arsenal and Man United playing at 3 o'clock, if let's say worst situation, they both get 3 points, that Brentford game becomes even bigger. Like you said earlier, every game is the biggest game of the season for us. But okay, it's disappointing we lost, but the way we lost. Yeah. If we lost and it was just okay, Kane and Son didn't take their chances, you'd feel a lot better. But the fact that we had 0 shots on target, you know, Conte brings on Bergwijn with 3 minutes to play, takes off Bentancur for Winks. The only change you can really do, I would have liked to see Sessegnon. I would have liked to see Bergwijn in the 55th, 60th minute. We said it all stream. And we've come away now. Disappointing result. And we have to just pick ourselves back up and go again next week.
Absolutely. In terms of the top four race, you know, Arsenal now got 2 games in hand on us, and we are only 3 points above them. Obviously, they play Southampton, kicking off at 3 o'clock today in half an hour as of recording. If they win, or even if they don't win, I mean, even if they draw or something like that, go 2 points behind us with a game in hand. With our games coming up, Brentford away, which is incredibly hard game. Leicester at home. All right, fine, we should probably win that game, but still, on their day, Leicester can provide.
Well, if we play like we did today, but then Leicester are going to roll us over.
Liverpool away and Arsenal at home, you know, those are difficult fixtures. And the easy run that we've had in the last 3 games, Brighton was part of that easy run. Brighton was part of those given 3 points.
We needed to get 3 points today more than anything, just the fact that we would have got the easiest games out the way and with maximum points. The fact that we haven't, and like you said, we've got to go Liverpool away to Anfield, we've got to do Brentford away, we've still got to play Arsenal. I mean, I'm still backing us to get top 4 over Arsenal. I think, you know, they've got to play United, Chelsea, West Ham, and us. They've only beaten one of the top 6 all season, and unfortunately, that was us 3-1 at the Emirates. But when it comes to it mattering for when it comes to us actually pulling a result out of the bag, when it matters, we just crumble. And today, you could arguably say was that day. To go 6 points clear of Arsenal would be massive.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought like this Spursy tag has been eradicated, but Alex Samuels actually said it. He came on in the pre-match show on yesterday, and he was saying that he still doesn't trust this team, and that's exactly why. That's exactly why they proved it to us on the pitch today. Why there's still so much work to do at this football club. I was saying to you, wasn't I, just before the game kicked off, it's still the same players that we didn't trust under Nuno. It's still the same players that we didn't trust at the beginning stages of Antonio Conte. And it's still the same players that we didn't trust under Jose Mourinho. And Conte has done an unbelievable job getting us to this stage, but it's very hard to eradicate it fully, isn't it?
I mean, how do you get rid of that Spursy mentality?
You need new players. That's what you need.
Do you think Do you think it's that, or do you think it just comes from the very, very top all the way down?
Look, I think it does come from the very, very top all the way down, but I think they go side by side. New players and coming from the top. We need an owner to come out and back Conte to what he needs to be backed to, not just back him half-assed. Do you know what I mean? We need to do what Liverpool did when Klopp came in. If you need a goalkeeper, go sign an Alisson. If you need a centre-back, go sign a Van Dijk. If you need a central midfielder, go sign a Fabinho. That's what we need in this squad.
Yeah, I mean, you look at lots of those Brighton players getting on side. Cucurella, you could argue. Bissouma. I mean, out of his personal stuff going on in his personal life, Bissouma gets in. Lamptey gets in.
I mean, Bissouma was brilliant today, wasn't he?
He was brilliant in that 3-1 defeat they had against us. We won 3-1 in the FA Cup. He was brilliant then. He completely controlled the game. And I think clubs are a bit hesitant to go in for him because of what's happened in his personal life. Otherwise, Liverpool would have snapped him up a season ago. Man City could snap him up. They're going to need backup now that Fernandinho's gone. What happens if Rodri gets an injury? Man United, they've got a terrible midfield. Even Arsenal. I'm surprised no one has really... I said, okay, can we get rid of this stuff in your personal life? He's a quality player. He's got energy.
I agree.
Little transition between defence and attack. He's good on the turn. He reminds me a lot of Moussa Dembele.
Yeah, look, I completely agree with you. But it's just a shame those things. You don't want someone with that kind of things hovering over him in his personal life at the club. I mean, it's terrible accusations that are against him. So, look, I think back on the game today, what do you actually put it down to? Because we played the same kind of system, same players that we have been playing the last couple of weeks, apart from Matt Doherty. Do you think we really missed him today?
Yeah, I think we did. I think as much as people rate Emerson Royale and they say he's young, he's this and he's that, he doesn't actually... I don't understand what he does. And I'm not being negative, I'm just being honest. I don't... he's clunky on the ball. He has no pace whatsoever. When you get Matt Doherty, you know he can put a ball in the box. You know that...
He can get into the box as well.
Get into the box, 1, put a decent cross in, 2. Number 3, he has a lot more energy. Like, he might not be as fast as Emerson Royale, and he might not look as a pleasing on the eye as Emerson Royale, but I think Matt Doherty is such a better fullback. That just shows how far... years ago we had Walker and Rose, and now we've got 4 fullbacks in Reguilon, Sessegnon, Doherty, and Emerson Royale. And being honest, do you think any of them will be there 2 years' time? If Conte stays for us in the long run, I know he normally doesn't, he normally stays 2 years and he goes elsewhere, I can't see any of them fullbacks staying.
Yeah, I mean, Reguilon today, how many times did he get the ball and lose it? How many times? And it's just like, time and time again today, we were getting the ball, passing it around the back for a few passes and going for that long ball over the top every single time. And it's like, fine, if you try it once, try it twice, and it doesn't work, but you keep persisting with the same thing over and over again. I don't mind that long ball over the top, like I was saying to you during the stream, but you don't have that as your only way of attacking.
Yeah, there's nothing else. We must have played 40 long balls that game.
Literally.
And I don't think any of them actually come off. We didn't create a chance. We didn't have a shot on target. Every time Brighton got the ball, runs off the ball from Trossard, Gross, March, Welbeck, causes so many problems. How many runs into the box did we have? Like I said, the only ball, the cross that went in was in the 90th minute from Harry Winks.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a little bit of quality Højbjerg when he skipped past Lamptey and then put a ball in the box.
Yeah, Reggie's got to be doing
He has to get on the end of that.
Yeah.
You got to gamble and
he gambled, but it was too late. It was too late. He missed the ball.
But he does that all the time, though. He gets into the right area and doesn't deliver.
This is what I was talking about before with Reguilon, with composure in the final third, with decision-making in the final third. He's always does I mean, maybe it's not the same as what he previous does, because usually he'll get into the box, he'll get one-on-one with the keeper and just sky it over or sky it wide, you know what I mean? But for me, I'm not sure if Reguilon is going to be the long-time answer for Spurs.
I'm not sure. I'm very doubtful at the moment. The fact that every time he gets into these areas, I mean, his only goal for Spurs was off of a free kick from Dyer. I mean, he snapped on against Leeds when we first got Conte, but he should be on at least 7 or 8 goals the amount of areas he gets in. Whereas if that's Sessegnon, I think there's a higher chance he'd get on the impact. I know because he's predominantly a winger that's been put into a fullback, but you just got to gamble.
Yeah, I totally agree. But look, all in all, terrible performance today for Spurs. Terrible defeat in terms of the race for the top 4. Could be quite damaging. We have to see how we respond to this next week against Brentford, which is going to be a very difficult game. All eyes, I guess, on the 3 o'clock games, because if Man United win today, all of a sudden they're back to 3 points behind us. Mm-hmm. And Man U play Arsenal next weekend. So
yeah, so Arsenal have played 30 games, got 54 points. West Ham have played 32 games, got 51 points. Man United have played 31 games, got 51. So if Man United win today, they go level with Arsenal. The game we've got to be wary of is if they beat Southampton. I think Southampton will bounce back because then they've just been absolutely slaughtered by Chelsea.
But the thing is, Arsenal look at this result now and they'll get some confidence from that.
They will, but they're not in great form either. They've just lost their last 2 games.
Yeah, well, who said the same about Brighton the game before Arsenal? Form can change.
That's the thing. It's such fine margins in this league. Anyone can beat anyone. It's not clear, but we'll have to see. Let's just hope the Saints pull one out of the bag for us.
All right. Come on the Southampton. Come on the Norwich. That's it from us today. That is your instant match reaction. Come and join us on the post-match fan show coming straight up now. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.